Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just having a nice lazy Sunday here in South Alabama. Mostly just chilling out today, making a few plans for next week, kind of getting my work organized for next week. I'm going out of town, going to Pensacola to meet a friend whom I met at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I'll find more mangoes down there, especially the Kent mangoes, because they have been so good this week. But anyhow, I wanted to talk to you today about growing my own raw vegan superfood. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now, click on the little bell, and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, in my never-ending search to add more nutrients to, you know, that are just good and healthy for my body, but also different little things as I'm working out more and more in the gym. Woodstock's over. Now I'm really settled in. I'm focused, nothing. I'm thinking ahead a little bit, nothing on the horizon. Just put my head down, eat as good as possible, go to the gym, work on these books, and get the online store open. So anyhow, since I've been back here, I've bought a few things, and this week I'm going to get started. I was going to get started tomorrow, but like I said, this little wasn't where my friend was coming through so soon. So she just told me today, so I won't get started tomorrow. I will start my sprouting and all this kind of stuff, I guess, on Tuesday. Just bought myself a little simple. I had a 4-tray down in Costa Rica, but for the sprouts, I just bought myself, I'm going to do sprouts. Bought myself a little simple jar with 3 tops to it. Seems easy enough. And to start with, I'm going to do mung beans first. But I also have broccoli. Mung beans and broccoli, but I'm going to do the beans first. And because mung beans I've grown before, they're super, super easy to grow. And what I'm even more excited about is now this is just getting my feet wet. We'll see how this little kit goes. This is kind of small. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see if I get into really growing, but I've been saying I'm going to grow wheatgrass juice. So I got on Amazon and I ordered myself a little kit. And it looks pretty fair. It looks fairly easy too, but anyhow, it's one of those little, it's self-contained. It's got all the stuff with it. I'll have to read it and figure out how to do it, but I'm looking forward to that because I've got an omega juicer, and I'm pretty sure that omega juicer will juice this wheatgrass. But yeah, always looking to fill in the nutrients that I may not be getting, with the amount of fruit and with the amount of greens. So I just thought I would share a little bit with you why wheatgrass, why sprouts. Now also too, and that's something that's a little past my explanations, like explaining there's subtle differences between the barley grass juice and the wheatgrass juice, and also the powders. But so I like to use when I'm using the powders, I generally am having a barley grass juice powder, but I like the wheatgrass. I do shots of wheatgrass anytime I get around it, and it just like electrifies me. So just a few healthy fun facts on the wheatgrass and why wheatgrass. Wheatgrass contains chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a natural liver cleanser and detoxifier. Wheatgrass also acts as an antioxidant to reduce free radical damage, and it's also a blood strengthener. Wheatgrass is loaded with amino acids. And for people that don't know, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Basically, protein has to break itself down into amino acids for your body to use. And the wheatgrass is loaded with it. I know people when they work out, I know even people that don't follow our lifestyle. I know a lot of bodybuilders and stuff like to use wheatgrass. So like I say, I'm not saying, well, this is going to do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to kind of always keep adding little tricks. I use the spirulina, I use hemp seeds. I'm trying to get that little extra oomph for when I'm in the gym. It's also rich in iron, magnesium, calcium, which iron, magnesium, and calcium are always something that I'm, suspect of. Am I getting enough of those? And it also helps to alkaline the body. It's just good stuff. A lot of times when I go to my little place where I will go tomorrow, I'm sure, Everman's in Pensacola, I'll generally get myself a smoothie or a juice, but I'll also get myself a little shot of the wheatgrass on the side. And man, that shot of wheatgrass just like boom, invigorates me right from the beginning. Now the sprouts. You know, I've just never, I could have been doing sprouts all the time, but I'd never just got in that pattern because I'd make too many, I'd use them for a little bit, but I'm going to try to get a regular flow of sprouting going, and so I can have something, you know, instead of just using them every once in a while. I want to kind of observe and see, you know, if I feel any changes in my body, or if I see anything going to the gym by using them consistently for say 5 or 6 months. So I'm gonna try to get on. In fact, I might buy some more seeds tomorrow just so I can kind of keep the flow going. But for the sprouts are just packed with nutrition. Sprouts contain up to 100 times more enzymes than raw fruits or vegetables. There's an improved quality of protein fiber content within this as well. The protein is much more usable. I think it's easier to break down in the sprout form. It's got increased vitamin content in the sprouting. Sprouting just ignites those nutrients in there, in anything you're sprouting, basically. It's also very alkalizing. And it also, in the sprouts, the minerals bind to protein and make them easier to assimilate into the body. So, you know, all these little things. I know I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of greens. I try to get a variety, but I'm always still just kind of trying to think about, okay, well, anywhere we can plug the holes that we can, you know, why not do it? So when I hear things like minerals, you know, I'm always looking to get more minerals in our body. And also for the wheatgrass juice, and this is also another reason of using the barley grass juice powder, not just because I might not have enough greens at sometimes, but just simply our soil is so mineral depleted these days that I believe anytime that we can, you know, use sources like this to actually, you know, beef up the minerals in our body, get more like quality minerals in, the better. Now, like I say, I don't approach all this. I can't sit and talk wheatgrass and sprouts and all this stuff from a super next level scientific standpoint, but who feels it knows it. Who feels it knows it. And the body feels it when I'm eating sprouts. You know, I've never eaten them for, like I say, a 5-6 month period consistently, but when I have had sprouts, when I'm throwing those in my salads, when I'm just, you know, adding that little extra thing in. And also I can definitely feel when I drink the wheatgrass. That's something I'm even more excited to try, say, for a period of, you know, several months, because I've never, you know, the sprouts, you know, I've gone through some periods where, okay, I do it regularly, maybe for a month. But wheatgrass, I've never had more than, you know, you drop into a smoothie bar, you get a shot, because I don't have I haven't had wheatgrass. I haven't had a source at my house. If I lived in if I lived in Pensacola where I get my wheatgrass, I'd probably spend too much money. So I think eventually this will be more economical, even if I had a juice bar where I could go get a shot. I'd just like to incorporate and start growing enough wheatgrass just to make it where I could have at least a shot of wheatgrass every day. And I'd like to see what the product, like if I noticed any difference, or if there was any difference over a period of time after, say, doing a certain amount of wheatgrass every day for maybe 5 or 6 months. But anyhow, just another little trick, another little thing that's really simple to use at home. I would say altogether, this jar, I forgot, the jar was real reasonable. I mean, you know, it is less than the jar with the 3 different lids, and you use them at different stages. This was probably like $6, $7 at the most. I can't remember exactly how much, but these were like maybe $3 or $4, and you only use like a tablespoon or 3 tablespoons at a time. So to get 2 cups of, or wait a minute, use 2 tablespoons. I can't tell how much it yields, but from using it before, I know that 2 tablespoons yields quite a bit. So, you know, that's very inexpensive right there. The wheatgrass, I think I have a receipt on, no, it doesn't have the receipt in here, But this whole little growing kit, and I forget how many times or how much seed is in there. The whole little thing was not even like maybe $25 or something. And I've got you know, some organic soil. I've got the seeds, and even I just can't imagine it being very expensive. Definitely cheaper than doing it in, you know, going to a juice bar and having to buy it every day. So we'll see. And I'm noticing here they have other microgreens that you can order from this company, which may be something to look into as well. You can grow sunflower, pea shoots, zesty red, purple, and green stem radish. You can do kale here, and of course the wheatgrass. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and plus it gives me something to do. You know, I'm here, you know, except for working here in Alabama, I don't have a whole lot to do in this little town. I mean, I get my work done during the day. I go to the gym, and then sometimes I'm a little bit, I could use something to do, you know, get out and about. So I'm going to try to kind of keep myself occupied. Maybe start growing a few other things or having a few other plants around the house. I'm going to be on the lookout for basil tomorrow. And yeah, just, you know, it's just poco a poco, little by little, you know, learning a little bit more, adding a few more good things into our diet and just seeing how far we can go with it. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.